This is where I get what I'm saying from, statistically. Our home record in Super Rugby against teams away, since 96, 57%. Away record, all teams since 96, 25%. This is how we look at Rugby Championship. Home record against all teams since 96, 62%. Away, 18%. Out of 42 competitions, New Zealand 14-14, both Super Rugby, both. That's what they've achieved. Australia 4-4, that's where South Africa, that's where we are. 3. So 6 from 42, that's what we have won as a country in both competitions. In the amateur era, you know, people, when I drive in the road and I stop at the robot next to an old man and he looked at me and he recognizes me and he just shakes his head. As even his days, this was 80%. But be that as it may, the old people, and that's what, when you ask people about Springbok rugby, it is like the Springboks. My kind, dis 'n nasie wat wen, dis 'n nasie wat, ons is goed, ons is uitstekend geweest oor die jare. Maar dit is hoe ons amateur era lyk. But the bigger problem is, in the professional era, that is where we are. My question is then, have we embraced professionalism? That is a question we as a whole just asked ourselves. But then also, there's a duidelike parallel wat ons kan trek. There's a clear cut. Whenever our Super Rugby teams, ek weet nie, is it the chicken or the egg, hoender of die eier, maar wanneer ons Super Rugby spanne goed doen, look at the ranking that our national team does well. And I was part of the 2007 era, where we won the World Cup, and we had 22 Springboks from a group of 31 in that team. The Bulls and the Sharks played in that final, if we can remember. So that's a duidelike parallel. Super Rugby, franchises, Springbok, we have to work hand in glove together. Ons het mekaar nodig. So, for me, the national and the franchise rugby cannot exist or operate in isolation. Ons kan nie, statistiek bewys dit. A national rugby strategy is not dictating game plans for any team. That's not what it's about. Van verskillende afrigters het verskillende style. Whether you play of 9 or you want on your attack, you play of 10 or you play of 9 and 10. That's not what it's about. It's about the third one, a national strategy in equipping our players to adapt to any type of game plan coaches want them to play. If he has got the passing skill as a forward, then he can play off 9 and still make that tip pass and still make the pass behind the other forward's back, whether it's off 10 or it's not. That is what it is about. So that's what we need, guys. A national strategy is a combination of, and Mr. Alexander referred to that collaboration between expert individuals sitting here. This is where the expertise are, in this room. Plus, systems that can measure, monitor, and execute the objectives. If you don't have that, then the 62% will become 50. We won't take 50 on the field, but maybe 80. And it's not a coaching thing. It's not just a coaching thing. And it will just regress at a rapid rate. And that is what we've got to decide. Is that what we want to see South African rugby in the next 10 years or in the next 21 years? I just want to say thank you to the media.